Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about some expected release dates, a NSFW title, Limbus company, latest Gacha games, mobile titles, and games coming to September, Gacha reviews weekly, and more. Let's jump right into this. First things being is Fire Force getting a closed CBTs as of September 30th. There's going to be applications open, so if you want to participate, I'm pretty hyped for this one because I love the Fire Force series, and it getting its game in CBTs, a first look at it, I am super hyped for it because I have no idea what's going to be happening in the game. Next up, we have Archeland, a 3D SRPG, getting its CBTs as of sometime in October. The important bits that you guys need to know is this game looks absolutely stunning. I'm not sure if you saw some of the gameplay or if you saw like the leak stuff. This game is one of the things that reminds me of Fire Emblem Heroes, and I think it'll live up to the hype, mostly because it has the 3D aspects tied to it. I know Fire Emblem Heroes has the 2D, more chibi style. This one looks a lot more adult-like, a little bit more realistic, and I just love those little aspirations to it. Hopefully, it's going to be really good and it comes out in global, but for now, KR is going to be getting most of the CBTs. Then we have Path to Nowhere. This is actually getting a global release in 2022. It was doing really well back in August for CN regions. This is expected to release maybe sometime in winter. All that we need to know is that it's going to be happening in 2022, which has me really hyped. Some of the UI designs to it look really good in my opinion. No footage of gameplay for me, but hey, if I can find it, I'll post it. It looks really good because of the waifus that you can collect, so to speak, and I can't wait to play. Next up, we have Brave Frontier Heroes Blockchain RPG. If you see this on your iOS, Android devices, I would say steer clear if you have no idea how crypto works, and it'll just be a lot easier for you. I would probably recommend whenever Brave Frontier Recoded releases because this is going to be a fan-made game, and it's just going to be, built with a lot more love instead of unknown intentions like Brave Frontier Heroes. Then we have Limbus company. I want to get sort of in depth with the gameplay on this one. And the reason for that is because I don't know if a lot of people know what's going on with this one. There is going to be a turn-based action puzzle RPG when it comes to this game, alright? By matching sins, you will cause resonations that deal damage to enemies or cause different effects from buffing and healing. When you connect 3 or more sins of the same type and attribute, you get a complete resonance which deals additional damage. Also, be careful as enemies immediately counterattack. Abnormalities are the bosses, which will have body parts. The game presentation and sheer fluidity of the combat make it flow very naturally after exposure to the game. The UI had immediate feedback on certain actions and also an auto mode. Thank you to QApp for writing those bits. I think this is going to be one of the game of the years in 2022. The dates say it's going to be for iOS, Android, and PC in winter of 2022. So, hey, a couple months from now, we get to play this game. I am super excited for this. Then we have Cherry Tales. It's going to be our NSFW game. Now, I know we talked about this game previously, but it didn't have Eero Labs releasing it. Look at some of the waifus that you can collect. I would scroll a little bit lower, but it steers more into the NSFW content, and I can't be showing that. All you need to know is that Rise of Eros is the ones that was brought to you by Eero Labs, so I have faith that Cherry Tales is going to be just as hype and really great as well. Then we have Haze Reverb. Now this is going to be a cross between Illusion Connect and visuals of Ardua Gear Fusion from what I can tell. The game looks really good, but at the same time, I don't know how to feel about the fact that it's all going to be auto and you can't really control what character attacks are going to be happening, but mostly the positions you have them at will healing or they'll be doing buffing or attacking or whatever. It's more of like a formation auto chess gameplay feel to me, but we'll see how it goes once it releases sometime in global, but for now I think it's only in the overseas, maybe JPCN regions. Then we have Project Neural Cloud. Now it's getting its first year anniversary, but most of all, it's also going to be appearing in global KR and JP servers this November. To be exact, expected 21st of November 2022. Now, I don't know if that's going to be real or not. All I know is that Project Neural Cloud looks really beautiful. I think it's going to be one of the nice auto chess games that we get of 2022. Might be a contender for top 10 just because, the Girls Frontline series is really good. But obviously, this is going to be a different spin on the notion notion. I just really want to play this game because I'm keen to play something a little bit different from our turn-based counterparts as of recent. And we have SD Gundam G Eternal Generation, something like that, right? I think I messed up the title. But this game, it doesn't really have me that hype. It seems to be just a Gundam tactical RPG game. Whether you're into Gundam or not, or the Gunpla series, I think that's gonna be really cool. But for me, it's just gonna be It's gonna be okay, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be hyped for this one since they're fans of Gundam. And then we have the CBTs for Aether Gazer. It's gonna be occurring October 11th through October 20th. I am really keen to see what people feel about this because I think this is going to be in global regions, and that means, you know, more feedback and more subreddits where people are going to be like, it's good, it's bad. It's going to be like PGR. We haven't had like more in-depth details from the community, so I'm really curious. I didn't get in, but I'm always looking forward to other people's opinions on this game, that is for sure. Maybe check out Chaotic because I'm sure he got in there as well. Maybe even FG and, you know, all the content creators. I love you guys, all of you guys. And we also have Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered coming in December 22, specifically December 1st. All you need to know about this one is an actual game, not a gacha system. So in case you guys are interested in something like that, feel free to play it and check it. Then we also have the release of Shovel Knight Dig, September 23rd. I know it's not a gacha game. It's going to be out only on iOS, Switch platforms, and PCs. Why do I talk about this? Because look at it. The game is beautiful, and if you like platformers, I highly recommend you guys to play. It's going to be one of the best. It's going to be a roguelike as well, so that means it's going to be randomly generated stages and infinite replayability. That is the catch with these, right? Then we have Torchlight Infinite having an open beta for October 12th. Now, this is a little bit different because as of October 12th, that means this game will no longer be wiped, because previously Torchlight Infinite had some wipes. Now you can play, just, you know, keep going without worries of losing your account and progression. I think that is going to be really good for Torchlight fans. I think this is going to be a great game. They're also going to be addressing the pay-to-win mechanics with trade houses, hero traits, and season pass. And they also have the Diablo series creator, David Breverick, acting as a consulting producer. So I am sure Torchlight Infinite is going to be having a pretty good future for itself. Have the roguelike platformer Tallowmere 2 that is going to be available for, you know, the stores in case you guys want to play this one. And Valiant Force 2. Now, with this one, it kind of came out of nowhere for me. I know there is another game that I hinted towards as Valiant Force being a predecessor game, but hey, this is going to be coming out in Southeast Asia regions. In case you want to check it out, the visuals on it look nice. I haven't seen any gameplay, but hey, anything with Valiant Force, I played it as a kid. I really enjoyed it. Then we have AFK 2. Journey is a new fantasy RPG title soft launching in certain regions. I think Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, a couple other ones. I'm sure Vulcan is having a field day with this one since he heavily covers AFK Arena. All we need to know is that Lilith Games is pretty great about releasing their titles. So I'm sure the AFK Arena 2 or AFK 2 is going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be in more of, I guess, an open world setting. And it's a little bit different from, you know, AFK Arena, because before it was just like tap different parts of the menu and, you know, you go to different areas. This one you actually have like more of an open world experience, and I think people will like that. Not to mention, like, a lot of the heroes and stuff, they just look cool in this new sort of graphical style and setting. Next up, we have events rolling around. Really looking forward to the Among Us by Hololive collab that is now occurring. Going to be September 21st to December 20th. It's going to be a cool way to get a different skin of all of our Hololive waifus, or idols as we could say. Gura, Watson, Amelia, everyone, I love them. Then we have Pecora getting her FGO stream temporarily blocked by Aniplex, which is really weird. The VOD is already back up, but yeah, it was just a small hiccup. Then we also have D4DJ collabing with Nier Automata in JP regions, in case you guys are interested. And Demo 2 Crusader Quest doing collab as of September 21st. And Last Period getting a shutdown December 27th. Rapid fire on these. Counterside, JP, and Code Geass getting collab as of September 21st. All I have to say is the characters get translated beautifully, and if you love Code Geass and Counterside. I think this is a match made in heaven. Definitely a decent time in case you want to play in the JP regions and check it out. We also have the global versions on Steam, so maybe one day Code Geass will go over there, and that would be pretty hype for the game itself. We also have a roadmap of Counterside 2022, its second half. There's going to be the Halloween events, Replacer Queen, who is really powerful. There's going to be, I guess, some Coffin Company Thanksgiving stuff. The Rear Mint, that is a huge update. That's going to be like, I guess, 6 stars or awakening versions of characters. And then, not to mention, there's going to be some Christmas stuff going on as well. So, pretty great stuff happening in Counterside. And Tower of Fantasy with its newest story trailer for the very region. 2.0, the hype for it, it's real. Tower of Fantasy, you're doing a great job. I hope to see more content on this, and shout out to all the Tower of Fantasy content creators. And we also have Musume KR replacing its senior managers. This is huge because this is going to remediate a lot of the issues that were occurring with like pay to win, the arena issues, and all the things that just made Musume bad in KR. You know what? Kakao Games, they got slapped, and it's good to know that Musume is now in better hands in KR, and I'm sure this will lead into better things when one day we get Musume Global. I would be hoping so. Then we have Fire Emblem Heroes, a JP, 146 million more than the USA regions. Overall, they did 759 million US over the 5 years of release, which is a crazy amount of money. Fire Emblem Heroes. Then we have Punishing Grey Raven Imprisoned Site updates, to be some new story events and all this stuff. I think this is going to be a really cool way to jump back into PGR in case you ever wanted to jump in and hey, maybe get some free summons or whatever you do in PGR. Most of it is for the combat, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot going on there. Then we have Alchemy Stars with its newest event, the Farewell My Wonderland, Wonder Tales, and No Man's Land. All you guys need to know is that there's going to be some new heroes that you can experience and see, and it's going to be a good time to play the Alchemy Stars games because of all the events rolling around. Check out this waifu. She is absolutely beautiful, and she's one of the ones from the thumbnail in case you're curious. The other one was from Path to Nowhere. Then we also have the Arknights TV animation that's going to be happening. Now, if it looks a little bit funny on your screens, it's because I don't want this, YouTube video to get demonetized or whatever. And I am just looking forward to the Arknights anime coming out on October 28th. I think it's just going to be one of the hypest things. We saw how Cyberpunk Edge Runners really brought Cyberpunk 2077 back to life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, animes just make it so that games get revived or have a huge advertising like bonanza and people just want to play because they watched the anime. That is what you need to know. Arknights hype, the Arknights Prelude anime. I'm really crazy about it. Then we have the previews for Honkai Impact Thirds Part 1 finale trailer. Now, this is sort of bittersweet because I know a lot of folks love the Honkai Impact Third series. And I see as we flow to the ends of Honkai Impact Third, this sort of entails the fact that, Honkai Star Rail might be coming out because it would just make sense. Also, we're in the Hoyoverse news bits in case you guys are curious. But all we need to know is that as we get closer to the end dates, like I said, Honkai Star Rail might be right behind it. Also, it might be a good time to play the Honkai Impact Third series. The trailers and love that they put into the Honkai series, one of Hoyoverse's or miHoYo's first games, it's going to be some amazing stuff. Then we have the Hoyofair. There's going to be some fan art special programming. I love the ones with this bit like Hurley Trill dialogue, and they're trying to get a birthday gift for the traveler. I think it's really cute, especially the fact since they're like, oh, the traveler hasn't been here for a while, maybe we should do something for him. And then we also have Cyno coming out in the Genshin Impact. They have the Passing Judgment trailer. He's gonna be, I think, releasing sometime September 28th if I get the dates right. September 26th is when the 3.1 launch is going to be happening. Cyno looking really cool. I plan to hopefully live stream sometime soon with a webcam, and I also want to cosplay as this man because he looks really cool. Not to mention, kind of matches my vibe in some ways. Then we have IRL events rolling around. First up, we have the PUBG Regional Clash. This is going to be, I believe, a $30,000 pot. So So in case you guys wanted to, view some stuff, it's going to be occurring September 25th. That's going to be today, actually. And we also have Mobile Legends, Malaysia's longest standing running esports competition. And it's going to be happening since 2017. There's going to be 500 athletes, esports athletes to be specific. It's going to be a $100,000 pool. So that's pretty cool for the Mobile Legends Bang Bang players. And it's going to be happening October 16th, in case you guys are curious. And then we also have Call of Duty Mobile World Championships 2022 kicking off with a $2 million prize pool. That is insane. More details to follow on the Gaming on Phone website, in case you guys are curious. There's going to be a bunch of different dates. I'm not going to talk about them all. Just know $2 million. That is a lot of freaking money, dude. And we also have Apple App Store raising its prices, unfortunately, as of October 5th, 2022. Why are they doing this? Inflation, but I don't know. Gamers beware. Thing I want to say, in case you're like, why does things cost more money? It's because, yeah, Apple App Store doing stuff. I haven't seen Android say anything, but I'm sure something will happen. And then we also have TapTap doing its things with like the most visually stunning game: Apex Legends, Genshin Impact, T3 Arena, Asphalt 9, Fishing Planet, Tower Fantasy. Just note, this is just a popularity contest. I don't think this is an indignation of like how games should be ranked in any way format, but it's good to see something like Azure Lane on this list as well. Then we have the Nikkei news rolling around. We have some new waifus and some pre-registration stuff. All I know, I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully expected release dates November 1st coming true. I want to play it as soon as possible. And then Princess Connect, we have our September clan battle happening right now until September 30th. You'll see me there playing and getting my CBs on. But yeah, there's not much stuff going on, but we have release dates with a bunch of games just coming out at the end of the year. I am really all about it because the more gacha games we have at the end of the year, the better. September was a little bit of a slow month. Maybe October is going to be a little bit better, but I know November and December is going to be jam-packed, specifically November with the release of Nikkei Goddess of Victory. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see my face. Once we have 40,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and see you guys in the next one.